Charleston White feel that if Boosie say anything out of line, if he say the wrong thing, he's going to put Boosie in jail because there's a lot of unsolved bodies that been caught. Like, at the end of the day, all of them relate right back to Boosie and the hand that Boosie played in all of them. It all started because Charleston White spoke out and was just making a simple little joke about Boosie and Tootie Raww. Said they look like patent leather boots and you know, ostrich boots and stuff like that. But then Tootie Raww took it personal and got in his feelings, and he lashed out Charleston White and basically started coming at Charleston White all disrespectful. And Charleston White was only joking. He was only playing with the little boy.
Y'all stay tuned, man. I'm finna interview Angola, and we finna talk about Boosie, Marlo, Mike.
Boosie only said that Charleston White ain't gonna never hear a response from him is because he worked for the police, and that's a fact. To be honest with you, he works on the informant squad. Charleston White said that he would go to the extreme measures of basically calling all of the victims family and opening the cases back up. And on top of that, he's trying to reach out to Marlo Mike right now so that Marlo Mike can give his side on how Boosie left him in a cold place.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none you fake heart.
Wait,
hold on.
Okay.
All you fake heart. You know what I'm saying? I don't get can't anyway. And the reason why you got to talk is because you did a deal. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're going to go pull my co-car. So y'all, I'm the richest.
Right. They say you're the richest black man in American history.
In history. I want y'all to run up on me.
No.
I want y'all to come. I want you to smack me.
No.
I want you to do all rap about.
No.
All you rap about. I want you to come do it now. Come down to this joint right now, please, or otherwise.
At this point, Boosie know he gotta be quiet because it's a whole lot of stuff he done got away with. It's about 9 to 10 like unsolved cases that Boosie is linked to, and all his ties relate back to him paying somebody to basically send somebody up. For each time that Boosie instantly sent Marlo Mike to get out on anybody, to be honest with y'all, it's crazy. Hey, you should subscribe to the channel, man, if y'all new for breaking news and updates and details on this whole situation. RP Duke the Jeweler. I want to let y'all know that
we are able to ping all the stuff in the area anyways, and it all gets followed through. So it'll take time for the whole case to go through, but at the end of the day, they know, and they'll be able to tell exactly where everyone was, and then you can rule out, you know, anyone in question. But at the end of the day, it never should happen like that. You know, it's unfortunate that it did, and it's sad for his family, because that's not, you know, for them it's his brother or the son or whoever, and for other people, and it's, you know, it's Duke. But the thing is like, they've known him forever, and, you know, seeing him go up, like, they seen him rise up, and then they saw this happen. And it's crazy that as many people are like looking like they're involved or were involved or had some sort of involvement. It's crazy because, like, you never would think that they'd do something like this, you know, and neither did Duke. Duke had no way of knowing that this was gonna happen. If he had any clue, he would have had security with him. Like, he wouldn't have went. He would have had security. He wouldn't have brought what he brought. Everybody knows if you're a good salesperson or hustler or entrepreneur, or whatever you want to call it these days, you know that if you sell something, if it's a networking situation, you're gonna make sure that you you're gonna make sure that you bring what you need to, you know, that's how it goes. Like, and so of course he's gonna bring the latest stuff that he has, the best pieces, you know, that are exclusive, because he wants to make some sales, like anybody would. And his stuff and his work was great, and so people were really envious of what he had, and you know, he had some amazing things that we've seen, and there's a lot of stuff that obviously we haven't seen yet. I'm sure with time, the pictures of all the actual. So what happened with Duke is sad. It's crazy that he paid the ultimate sacrifice with his life. You know, he really cared about his work. He cared about his art. You know, his work was his art. It was work of art. And he ended up losing his life over money. I mean, he built himself up. He has some amazing pieces, and the stuff and the jewelry that he had with him, he ended up losing losing all those exclusive pieces for his life, along with some, you know, the money from the dice game. And it's like, when you go back and look at some of the things that we've seen, it's sad that, like, he faced out and saw exactly what happened, and you know, he saw who sent him up. He saw, you know, he saw it go down, and he had no way to defend himself, and he had no one with him to even give him a clue that was happening or about to happen. And you know, I mean, he was vulnerable because he opened up and gave everybody a chance there, you know, was friendly, he was there to have a good time. He wasn't there for any drama. And even when they were talking about the security and at the venue, this arena theater where it happened, the security guards were saying, like, oh no, it was chill, the whole environment was relaxed, everybody was just, like, you know, just having a good time. And something like that, you know, what ended up happening was the last thing that they thought would happen in that environment, because like I said, everybody was completely chill, and so they didn't expect it to happen. I guess that the car with the other people there, and he parked and the other people parked in a different lot. Like, when you're following someone and you go somewhere with each other, for the most part, I thought you try to park near each other or together somewhat, because you go to the event together. If not, you would have just went there and been like, yeah, I'll meet you there. Like, not like, you park in this lot, I'm gonna park in another lot. Like, that's just so weird. And, you know, they definitely were watching him. When you saw the footage of the game, that 19-year-old stayed looking at Duke. Every single movie made, you know, they were doing like their little secret call and everything else, and as soon as Duke moved a little inch, they like jumped. It just was too suspicious. I mean, and then, you know, what happens with some of these incidents, these pieces get tied to other incidents, you know, and is that really why people are starting to worry now? Like, are these pieces tied to other events that have happened? And now the concern is like, oh snap, we didn't think we were gonna get caught up on that, but because you use this piece again, now it all gets tied together. I mean, is that a situation like this? We don't know. We're gonna have to find out. I would estimate that it takes like 3-ish years to go through the court system for something like this. There's a lot of information that they have to get. There's security footage of and, like, you know, film and all kinds of stuff that they're going to be going through. There's a lot of stuff that wasn't out in the open of lots in the area, nearby, that it'll show all the angles, it's just even the security guards at the actual concert were saying that in general the vibe was just like a chill vibe. Everyone was having a good time. It was not a hostile environment where anyone was concerned or worried or even felt like something like that could happen. Everyone was just like there to have a good time and enjoying themselves and enjoying the music. And then this happened, and they didn't expect it. Security guards got to Duke first, and then after they got to Duke first, the ambulance showed up, and at that point it was unfortunately it was too late. But they said that nobody expected this because it wasn't any type of vibe like that. Duke was in great health. He took care of himself. He was trying to, have a good time and enjoy himself. I mean, I'm wondering, did he have insurance on these pieces? Was there a lot of insurance on him? What else is there? With time, we're going to find out more information. We're going to find out exactly, how the business went down. And, maybe there was other people that wanted to try to invest in Duke's business and his art. The pieces that he made truly were works of art. They were beautiful pieces, and he was a very talented man. And he got taken out too soon, far too soon. It's just very unfortunate that he was so vulnerable. And, really, this is the last thing that he expected. The last thing that anybody expected. They say that there was a lot of people that were talking and stopped talking because they just, nobody knows exactly what happened. But we're gonna find out, and with time we'll get to the bottom of it. We'll see, what truth there is, and like we all know, the truth always comes out, and like in any case or any situation, everyone's innocent until they're found guilty. So, time will tell, and we'll figure out what's gonna pass us by and where needs to, we'll figure it all out. But unfortunately, R.I.P. Duke. Sorry for the loss. He ended up, the security got to him first immediately, and then from there the ambulance arrived to try to help him and everything. And so, it's unfortunate, but there's so much security footage that has happened, that's available and that's gonna come out over time. They'll be exactly able to tell who it was. There'll be no question, because at the end of the day, we know that you can, the pictures of all the jewelry that was in the bag, I'm sure will come out. Those weren't, as I know right now, shared online yet or anything, but we'll share them as soon as we find them. He lost a lot, I think it was $400,000 during the dice game, and then the bag of jewelry, and he lost his life ultimately. And so, I mean, it's surprising to see that they're still waiting to, people are still waiting to get suspects, for the two, they said there's 2 people in the GMC, but they're looking for 4 people. I don't know. It's just a matter of time until all that information is released further, and people will get what they got coming, I guess you could say. It's just, Duke really never thought that this would go down like this. You know, he definitely wouldn't have gone to Houston if he thought this would happen, and he would have had his own people with him. It's pretty lousy though that he would be in a whole new city, somewhere where he's supposed to enjoy and, you know, have a good time, and then he ends up being sent up while he's supposed to be living his best life. Really? I mean, that man was in great health. He, you know, was at the peak, like a great peak in his career, and he was really talented, and he got sent up at, you know, a really, really sad, tough moment. So, I mean, with time, things will come out, and like everybody says, innocent until proven guilty, and we'll see what happens with time. So, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and drop your area if you're still on below. Hey, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe and make sure you like this video so you can stay tuned for the latest breaking news and information. You know, Duke really needed to take more precaution. The problem is he opened up to these people. He trusted them. He trusted Boosie. Boosie brought him down there for the concert, brought him gambling, or went gambling the day before. He opened up to them, and then he became completely vulnerable to the situation. And he ended up getting sent up the last place he expected, with people that he could trust. He was having a good time with people that he thought were his friends, and, you know, some real good future business connections, and a networking type event too. At the end of the day, he brought all those pieces there to show off, to sell, to make those deals happen, and, you know, show his work that he was proud of. He didn't expect he'd be taken up for his work that he did. He had a good day. He won all that money in the dice game. I thought it was $100,000. That man won almost $400,000 at that game. $400,000. And then he had a bag of his pieces, the unmarked pieces. That bag, I think, was something like $500,000 worth. I mean, and he got taken out for it all. It's sad because he didn't see it coming. He did see them, but being down there in Houston, he did not see that coming. He was facing outwards from his red, it looked like a Ford truck. I don't know if it was a Ford or a GMC, but it definitely was a red truck, and he was facing away. You know, I don't know if he had a piece of his own to protect himself in the car. I know Houston's easier to carry down there. I'm not sure how that worked, but, you know, I really thought that he would have had some security with him. Like, he went there, they said that he followed the cars.
This is federal information. I want you guys to know everything that you guys looked at and knew about this whole case. It's finna be a whole twist to it. I want y'all to pay attention to it. Ain't nobody saying that man did nothing. But if you guys watch it to the end, you will see what happened. RIP Duke093. Hey, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you're new to the channel, man. Hey, the eyewitness. And I want y'all to know, the people that played a role in this, man, the people who was at that game, them was the main ones who was here. Like, who really, like, was here. Like, when it went on, like, and they really, like, came out in the DMs and really exposed everything. So I want y'all to look at what's going on, man. RIP Duke, man. Subscribe to the channel. First off, look at one thing. They instantly got off the interstate, instantly went to the hotel that Boosie and them had booked for him. Next thing you know, it was him, and again, when I say him, I mean Duke the Jeweler. It was Duke the Jeweler, his girlfriend, and his homie, dude with the beard, dude with the dreads. Hey, I'm gonna let you know, dude was on his phone the whole time. Dude was paying attention to what was on his phone and who was calling him and texting him. So look, this how it went. They did what they did, right? They sat there, went to the nail shop 2 hours after they got back, you feel me, off the interstate. Next thing you know, you see Duke instantly pull right up. He instantly hop right out the car. He in the nail shop. You see him instantly looking to the side because he's looking at his homie. He's laughing at his